EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas, NRG Stadium in Houston. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn. Happy to be with you. And CD, as we get this thing going, give the folks at home something to keep their eye on.
The running game for both teams, because I think this is going to be an old-fashioned, old-school type of a game. Physical, who wins up front, who runs the ball the best and controls the clock, they will come out the victor.
And we are underway from Houston. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he stopped immediately there. Now it's 2nd and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And this will be a Texans first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Check, Bobcat, check, Bobcat.
A good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
To throw, it's Milton. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there on the opening drive, but that falls incomplete.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. 34 yards. And the Texans will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. That's well good with the extra point. That's now a 7-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Cunningham to throw. He'll buy some time right. Jones has it. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A give to the game's all-time leader, Emmitt Smith. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Cunningham. Got a man. It's Randy Moss complete. And able to to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
Look, we came into this one focused on Randy Moss, and now he has our full attention with his first grab of the game.
Well, he's one of only 2 players to go a whole season averaging over 100 yards receiving and average a touchdown per game as well. That's a pretty impressive stat.
It really is, especially when you consider that every defense he faced was prepared for him and was kicking coverages in his direction.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter, as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Here's Cunningham. Escaping the pressure right. Complete to Jones. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 28. From the shotgun. And the ball is knocked out. And the Texans scoop it. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Following the fumble recovery, Milton. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They're going to try and throw. Flushed out right. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. Past the 20. Foul. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Jonnu Smith, 47 yards. And the Texans go up by 2 touchdowns. Boswell for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Cunningham. Eluding the pressure right. He throws it on the move but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game. It has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
He's got his man, Gates. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Antonio Gates, 43 yards. And the Dolphins have got it back to within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. Sheds off the tackle. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now, they've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Going right back to Wilson. And he's brought down. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Second down and 6 now.
Let's go now.
Here's Milton. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Christian Gonzalez. Down the left sideline. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6.
Let's go.
And on that one, with 6 defensive backs, did he need to be more careful throwing the football? I mean, I guess obviously in hindsight he did, but...
Yeah, hindsight, but even in foresight, when you got 6 defensive backs on the field, you just know you're going to get multiple coverages. You're never sure what you're going to see. But the biggest one is you don't have much reaction time for your receivers to go get the football, because those guys, they're the best cover guys on the field. They go get it. And on that play, they took it the other way for 6 points.
Point after, right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And just shedding him off there. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. Throwing after the interception, Milton. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats. 19 tight, 19 tight.
A final shot before break. Milton. He's going to air one out. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. Now Cunningham. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one.
I know I spend a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Peterson. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
He'll find his running back. It's Emmitt Smith. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 43. Off play action, it's Cunningham. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Cunningham looking to throw. Caught by Jones. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Good catch, dog.
Down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10. A give up the middle. It's Emmitt. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Second and 10.
Let's go now.
A play fake. Now Cunningham. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Antonio Gates, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. A try here for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And bulldozing his way through. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. Here's Milton now to throw. Being chased out left. And Graham on the ground. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Throwing is Milton. Rolling to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
His struggles finding open receivers continue. I don't know the last time I saw him this inconsistent throwing the football.
It would be hard to find a date when he was this inconsistent. You know, in his locker, he keeps the word poise printed on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. He needs to find that poise right now.
He certainly does. In fact, I would suggest he laminated.
And he takes it all the way down to the 3. 121 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. So here we go, still down 1 score, and here comes the onside kick. And the Dolphins are going to recover. And, he takes a shot at the end of that play. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Throwing to start the drive. Cunningham. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
A give to Smith out of the gun. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. He finds Smith out of the backfield. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Cunningham goes right back to Smith again. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. Smith is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
Out to his left. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Randall Cunningham taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Dolphins are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead.
What an effort there. Sometimes you hold your breath a bit when you see your quarterback diving for the end zone. You don't want him to land on a shoulder wrong or take a big shot. But he looks none the worse for wear here, and that winds up a touchdown.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack and a 2-point try. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Jones breaking from the contact. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. This is 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Back to throw. Oh, and that is incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here? Or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to. Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the first down. Got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are on the field?
He's back to throw. Flush to his right. That's pulled in by Wilson. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. That one complete down the field to Smith. And they move this all the way down to the 9. And the Texans will use one of 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. They'll try to run forward 1st and goal. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. A big spot now for the Texans as they'll try for 2. And he is in for the 2. I still can't believe they went for it, but they've got themselves a lead here late in the ball game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Well,
just about 8 miles inland from the warm waters of the Atlantic. We are inside Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. With Greg Olson, Mike Tirico up here in the booth. So glad that you are along with us. Greg got a couple offenses here that love to take their shots down the field, so the defenses really have their task right in front of them if they want to win this game.
Yeah, no question. I think as many of the matchups that we've dove into this entire week, it really comes down to which defense puts a lid on the opposing passing game and prevents as many big plays as possible. We see it week in and week out. The correlation between generating big plays, especially through the air, directly leads to the ability to score points. So make teams go the long way. You know, the defensive old saying is, make them snap it again.
First and 10. Right to the air from the 30 on the first play. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Lane closed quickly. And here comes third down.
Here we go.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. It's a gain of 10 yards. Good for a Dolphins first down. He'll drop the throw. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike. You never go broke taking a profit. Give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back, allowing him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
Inside the 30-yard line. They'll look to throw yet again. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. They'll try again. It's second and 10.
Here we go.
They'll look to throw again. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. A gain of 16 on that pass play. First down, Miami. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Throw on the run is complete. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. A good spot here, second and a yard.
Let's go now.
They'll try to run this one in. He'll take this for a couple, but the official signal, he has enough. First down. Now they'll set up to throw. And he will wisely just get rid of this one and set up second and goal.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him. He really had no choice.
And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Miami. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. He's inside the 35. And he's going to take this all the way home. Touchdown, New Orleans. Well, that's a way to start a drive. He takes it all the way to the house. I don't know what they were talking about on the last series, but they've come out on this series, Greg, with the right answer for the touchdown.
And, Mike, the reason a lot of teams start off drives with the run plays to allow themselves to operate ahead of the chains. Well, not this guy. He found the alley, he took it, and he's off to the races for 6.
Point after try, forthcoming. His kick is good. And the Saints come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Is intercepted. Picked by Jeremiah Wusu-Koromoa.
Mike, these are just throws you're not accustomed to seeing, especially from a quarterback that has played this much football. He's been around the NFL for a long time. He's got to make better decisions. Costly mistakes like that are going to kill his team.
They'll come up first and 10 at the 40. Now it gives up the middle. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. Harris Evans on the scoreboard. And we're back to South Florida after this. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, his offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Back to throw. The throw here is complete. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. Don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And he's going to have the Saints first down. At least at first glance, they'll spot the football just beyond the marker and find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. Hill with the throw. 2 minutes to play. First half, all tied at 7. We'll come back to Miami after this. Back to the air once more on 2nd down. First brought down, that pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time. Play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
We'll try to get this one on the ground. The Saints now going to try a field goal here. This, about as short as you can get. His kick is good. And the Saints get 3 here late in the first half to take the lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. Whole lot of extra muscle over there on the left side for this first and 10. He's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25. He's going to use the first of their timeouts. This got 58 seconds remaining in this first half. Here's first and 10. Throwing now from the gun. He'll go right and find his running back.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack. Now Miami going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. Throwing now on 3rd and long. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Derwin James.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. We'll send a tight end in motion right. Not wanting to take a chance this time. We'll keep this one on the ground. The Dolphins going to use their final timeout here, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And this one is picked off. It's Juju Brents. And he's going to give his guys a short field to work with and a chance to take the lead.
And just incredible field position for them following that interception. And you can bet, Mike, as this offense is taking the field, they're telling their defense, hey, nice job here, fellas. But don't bother taking those helmets off. Give us a couple plays, we'll punch this thing in, and we're going to get you guys right back out there. Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
That one is good. And the Dolphins will tie this game up here late in the first half.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
This one deep in the landing zone. He'll return it from the 2. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Could not ask for more from that first half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. This is going to be taken in at the 3. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. And he'll get about 5. It'll set up third down. On the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And he's going to have enough for the first down. We'll mark him up at the 39-yard line.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
So from the 39, they come up on first and 10. Now this time they'll look to throw. Quick throw, taken in. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's second and inches. They'll send the tight end in motion. He'll look to throw. A throw on the move is caught. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Well, it wasn't the most exciting throw of the day, but I want you to watch, Mike, is the suddenness of the route running. Change of speed, change of direction. Those are the qualities of great route runners, and this guy's certainly one.
And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And he gets marked out of bounds, but inside the 5-yard line. From the 4-yard line, trying to punch it in. First down and goal. Here's a run. This defense back up, but stepping up. No gain on the play. It stays at the 3. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Pulled in at the 2. Will be brought down on what will be the final act here in this third quarter. The crowd making their presence felt. This is third down. They'll run. He slams it in there. He is in. Touchdown 6. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. The extra point is good. The Saints go up by 7. It is now 17-10. So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. They'll come up here, first and 10. Now, faking the give. A lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. They'll try again here. Second and 10.
Come on, come on.
Handoff here, up the middle. And they'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to third down.
Let's go. 70 range, 70.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
Cup 19, Cup 19. Here we go.
For the first down. They'll throw out of the gun. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Ready?
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And he's going to have just a couple here, but there is a marker on the field as well.
Got it. Ready?
Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Go.
Back to the air one more time. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. They'll get it up 4 here as he is taken down. 2nd and 6 coming up.
Let's go.
They'll look to throw yet again. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
Go. Mustang 19. 60 average. 18. Pioneer. Ready?
He'll drop to throw. Here's a ball thrown deep right sideline.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference.
It's the NFL on EA Sports.
And we'll get to see a pair of teams who fought multiple times in the Super Bowl. Great game in store for y'all, and it's all up next.
Well, they don't call them the faithful for nothing, Brock. Fans numbering 70,000 strong have made the trek to Santa Clara. And they're ready to cheer on their 49ers here at Levi Stadium. Welcome in, everybody. I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward up in our, dare we say, comfy, warm group. But things for us welcoming down on the field partner. The snow's been falling leading up to this one, and it doesn't look like it's going to stop anytime soon.
Can I be honest with you in the audience here? Okay.
Yeah, please do. Please do.
I was hoping for this. I love snow globe games, and as an offensive player, it's true. You know where you're going. You have the advantage. Tom Brady always used to say he loved playing in inclement weather, loved playing in the snow because it slowed everyone down to his speed, and he could take advantage of it. Keep an eye on these offenses today. They'll have their footing. They know where they're going, and this defense will have to be playing catch-up.
I hope you all brought your coats because the wintry weather isn't stopping anytime soon. And we're off from Levi Stadium. Now bottling up as he gets the return to the 30. So here come the Bengals, ready for their opening drive. They're led out by the legend over at LSU, the former #1 overall pick in 2020, Joe Burrow.
When Joe Burrow's between the white lines, he's one of the game's best and most entertaining quarterbacks. He just has a cool factor that is the envy of so many. Nothing seems to bother them other than some injuries that unfortunately have ended seasons early. When he's on the field, timing, the anticipation, the precision with which he plays, he has very few peers.
Right to the air, Burrow. Quickly on his left. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Play action now. Burrow. Running by Chase near the sideline. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And it sets up a Cincinnati first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Here's first and 10 from the 34. Running back sends in motion. First down, Burrow throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
On second and 10, throw again. This is hauled in by T. Higgins. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them. And the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Third short, it's Burrow. Complete beyond the marker. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
All set up now for first and 10. First go to the game here, Chase Brown. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face second and 10.
You want to see the term read and react to the little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
Second and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Burrow to the air now. Into the hands of Gesicki. Complete. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line.
That's just discipline with a capital D. The play in the huddle is a running back screen, but it takes discipline for that offensive line to not get downfield. Discipline for that receiver to stay alert, stay aware that he's a viable option as well.
They motion a receiver left. Third down, here's Burrow. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up fourth down.
All right, first sack on the board, and the first drive as a defense, and now we let the chess match begin, the adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
On fourth down, out comes the Bengals field goal team and Evan McPherson. He's got to drive this 37 yards down the middle. Butker knocks it through. In the opening drive, the game ends in 3 points.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. It's Deebo Samuel with the return. So here come the 49ers now to take over for the first time. Leading them out, a player known, yes, for that draft status, but also as a great methodical passer. I know you love this guy, Brock. The last pick of the 2022 draft, it's Brock Purdy.
You know, Kate, people won't stop recognizing Brock Purdy as Mr. Irrelevant right at first, but they better start recognizing his game. He shed that label of his draft status to me long ago. He proved there is no fluke to his talent. He knows how to see it, how to feel it, how to deliver it, and most importantly, he knows how to elevate the people around him.
Here's the first carry for Christian McCaffrey. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Jermaine Pratt with the play defensively. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
Followed up on the right side. That's Ayuk. And he's out of bounds just that's a pickup of 9. And it brings up a San Francisco first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point of the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Purdy gets this from the pistol. Finds a seam down the middle. This is he closes again to 19 yards. And that's a 49er first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
From the gun, McCaffrey. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go. 2nd down.
Do this, offense.
Shotgun snap for Purdy. And the Bengals are too much. They take it down. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
In a situation like this, you got to be a fixer. I mean, this game is hard, and you get into known passing situations, it gets even more difficult. But when you don't get rid of the ball and you take another sack, you make this 3rd down a near impossibility.
Extra DB out there for the Bengals. 3rd down coming. They kick the running back in motion. This ball's caught by McCaffrey. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Not terribly complicated on this one, just not the 3rd down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the first, and apparently, little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
It's a punt coming from the Niners on 4th down, and Mitch Wisnowski out to boot it away. And he sends it up amongst the flurries of snow. And this is headed to the sideline, and it'll bounce out at the 7. Wow, great kick. The Bengals all set to go for their 2nd drive. And the last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Oh, setting up the play action. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete. That was Jamar Chase he was looking for there. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you've got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
Pulling out the pistol. He's on the move. He's going to keep it this time. He gets a little something out of it before sliding to a stop.
I love that play. I mean, that's quarterback 101. Nothing downfield, get what you can with your legs, but so much more importantly, protect yourself. Availability, one of the most important abilities for any quarterback.
For a long 3rd down. That's him on the quick hitter. And he's taken down here at the 16-yard line.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that third down?
Fourth down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. The return begins on their side of midfield. And a good return as he gets him up across midfield and into enemy territory. It's a 54-yard punt that time. And the 49ers are set up quite well for their next possession. Football on that 47-yard line, first down.
Get some momentum, hero. Up the offense.
That's brought in by Jennings. Jennings brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. The chains after that pickup of 12.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
They're set up at the 35 now. Samuel comes in motion left. First down throw by Purdy. Big catch made, and he got both feet in. Big play, 23 yards, no those chains. Themselves another 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Throw is caught. And he drives this forward to the 6.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
2nd and 3 now. The throw again, it's Purdy. Escapes the pocket. And he will score. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers pull ahead 6-3 in the first. Brock Purdy with the touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job.
So we've got a stoppage now. Figured this might be coming. We're going to take another look to see if this was indeed a touchdown. Ooh, it doesn't get much closer than this, Brock. Did that ball in any way break the plane of the end zone?
You know how I like to look at this, Kate? Imagine a plane of glass going from the front end of that end zone straight in the air. And any part of the ball, any part of it just touches the plane of that glass, and this is a touchdown.
3 points are huge.
All right, so the officials take that touchdown away. He did not break the goal line. Four downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal.
You got that cheat code.
McCaffrey will take it in for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers pull ahead 6-3 in the first. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown. So Brock, good work there to finish off the drive in the end zone and retake the lead.
You just get this feeling every once in a while in games, this sucker's going to be a back-and-forth football game. So what a great job offensively to jump out in front here in the first half of play.
Kick in.
Jake Moody on for the PAT. Snowy weather, no problem for him on that point after. And the 49ers take a 4-point lead. About to kick it away. Here's Moody. Return starts at the 9. And stopped on the return at the 27. Out comes the offense for the Bengals. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. The drive will start out with a 1st and 10. The play fake, he'll throw. He fires over deep down the right side. He's got it at the 30. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position by hitting on that shot. You've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
1st and 10 after that last highlights. They're at the 30. On the ground, Brown. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their size. The reality in the locker room and in the huddle is you can be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped, but can track it down for a loss on the outside.
Here's 2nd and 14. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
Third and long, here's Burrow. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
It's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. Are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? We chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
On 4th down, out comes the Bengals field goal team and Evan McPherson. From the right hash, this is going to be a 51-yarder. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. Fielded at the 7. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So here come the 49ers on offense. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Pretty set with that play action. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Space for about a 3-yard gain. The play brought to an end by Logan Wilson.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
The screen pass falls one intended for the running back. It's a 4th down.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
Hunter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And he locates the ball amid the flurries of snow to make the fair catch. So no return on that punt. And it'll be Bengals football. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Shotgun. It's a downfield working left. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Only took them one play, partner, and they've already made it to that 40-yard line. Running back sets in motion. 1st and 10 now. Here's Burrow. Left him wide. It's complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. How about 29 yards on 1st down? And a fresh set of downs on its way.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. On 1st down, here's Burrow. Finds his man Chase. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Throw again, it's Burrow. It's not going to get there, and they drop it. And that pushes him back.
Two times.
They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
They are now set for 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Into the hands of Gesicki, complete. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Now there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They're going play action. Hawkins are moving up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes him back. there back in motion right. And that one's incomplete. For now, he brings up fourth. Let's see what this penalty play was all about. Man, there's no way around this, Brock. They had that offense exactly where they wanted them, and the penalty gives them a whole lot more breathing room.
Yeah, I'm thinking of the late, great Dennis Green. He said it perfectly. We had him right where we wanted, and we let him off the hook.
Out of the shotgun. It's incomplete. A risky throw to the sideline. They're lucky that defender didn't keep on going down the sideline there. It's going to be second down.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
So the incompletion on first. Here's second and goal. Completes this one to Chase. He's got the Cincinnati touchdown. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. It kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
Evan McPherson on to try the extra point. Extra point is good in this wintry weather. And the Bengals push their lead to 6. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Samuel now to return it. And this drive will start inside the 25. The 49ers back on offense and set to take over. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Play action now with Purdy. Flushed out of the pocket. Now he takes it. Doesn't get much beyond the line. A yard at most. Stop made by Sam Hubbard.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Look out, is Purdy. Flushed out now to his left. Took off with it again. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
New set of downs for him at the 38.
Defense can't stop.
Here we throw here on first. Throws a bullet down the left sideline. And he has it along the sideline, but he got a little too close to that edge. They're going to say he's out of bounds. We've got 2nd down.
You know what I like about this shot down the field, Kate? It keeps a defense honest. They know defensively, if we overcommit, we could get burned deep.
On 2nd down, here's McCaffrey. And they take him down after just a small gain on the final play of the 1st. So before they can set up for another play, we've hit the end of the 1st quarter. Neither side separating much so far. Back to Levi Stadium. right after this. We're back, and it's 49ers football as we resume. They've got 3rd and 8. They go play action here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down.
Even from the booth, Kate, I can hear it. I can hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did. Wasted no time in getting that sack.
Mitch Wisnowski headed back out as they'll punt it away once more. Back deep is Williams. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. Fair catch, but we can see both a flag and the punter on the ground. Let's see if this is a call for 5 or 15 yards. Thought he had a chance to block it, but he ends up wiping out the kicker instead, and that's going to award their offense a 1st down. This drive should have been over, partner, but running into the punter gives him new life and this 1st down. And he's blocked out. And a fresh set of downs.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Purdy on 1st down. Smiley won't risk something here, just chucks it away. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And it sets up 2nd down.
Swear I'm leaving the city. Can't keep up with their attack offense. Sweat it up the gut.
Putting a receiver in motion. Back to the air on 2nd. Purdy. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
I know quarterbacks get paid a lot of money and a lot of glamour in this league, but today, well, this is a tough day for this QB. He's taken a beating. And whether it means changing up some of the blocking schemes, maybe mixing in a little bit of run, or heck, this quarterback getting the ball out of his hand more quickly, he's got to start protecting himself.
And the Bengals bringing out a 5th DB. They're in the nickel, 3rd down. Motioning left is their running back. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Now this one, not much of a chance of it staying in the field of play. They'll mark it out at the 13-yard line. The Bengals and Jamar Chase about to take over on offense once again. And he finds himself across an important benchmark for yards this season after that last drive. He stayed pretty busy this season, and the numbers show just that. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Burrow setting up the play action. He fires one deep down the left side. And he's there to send that one away incomplete. Trying to get it to T. Higgins. And second down.
Well, QB put it pretty close to the sideline to begin with, and the defender, look at him, just put his own hand right out there and just encouraged it to fall out of bounds.
Now shotgun handoff to Brown. And driving forward, but won't get beyond the line. Nick Bosa makes the stop. No gain on the play, and they still need 10 now on third down.
When one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Third and 10. Can this offense get it done? To the air now. And this one does not go far.
It's plays like that, Kate, right wrong. When I sit and judge a defense, I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got them equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on third down.
The Bengals send out the punting unit. The Niners have Ricky Pearsall ready to return. He sends this away, and this is going to be a field flipper. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. It's a 61-yard punt that time. And the 49ers will go on offense. New set of downs for him at the 38. First down thrown by Purdy. That throw behind his intended target.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Working out of the gun. It's Purdy. But he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. Then brings up third down. Now Purdy. Completed here to McCaffrey. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs.
These dudes just simply got nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Motioning right is Ayuk. Shotgun, handoff to McCaffrey. He'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. He made it 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Back to McCaffrey on second down. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
First and 10 from the 41. Shotgun snap for Purdy. Finds Ayuk complete. And he'll get this down at the 33-yard line. Second and 3 now. Purdy setting up that play action. Low right side is caught by Samuel. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26.
sure coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Let's get a few yards on this play.
Purdy throwing here. Catch is made in place. Touchdown, San Francisco. We've seen him do a lot more to reach the end zone on the catch, Brock. That one just kind of fed right to him.
Yeah, they say the running backs have a nose for the end zone. You know who else does? Every skill guy out there.
Yeah.
Because they want to put a touchdown on the board.
Kick it.
3 points are huge.
On is Moody for the extra point.
Here we go.
No problems with his footing in the snow. The XP is good. And the 49ers take the lead on that successful kick.
Down there, make a big hit. Not rub here, boys. Make a deal. Big hit.
Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. That's going to be taken in at the 8. He's got a lead up past the 30. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner. So hopefully this one has some better legs to it. Got first down from the 31. Give it to him inside. He's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
Okay, that's a quick hitter to the big guy. And that's what you normally expect to see out of it. Not a huge gain, just picking up a little bit before they stall him out.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Burrow out of the shotgun. Is it holding up? They're able to drop it. That pushes them back.
Quarterback play 101. Maybe not the first chapter of it, but man, is that important. Getting downfield, get what you can with your legs, then most importantly, protect yourself. Get down and don't take any extra contact.
They're up now, ready to punt it. And he'll try to hit this one well. And he sends it up amongst the flurries of snow. Brought down before the return gets far. The kicking team got downfield quickly there. He didn't manage much on the return. And it's going to be their football coming up. Ball at the 33 for first down. Back to throw. Here's Purdy. Kittle brings it in. Will be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Keep up with their attack offense.
First and 10, it's McCaffrey. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. Second down now, 7 to go. Going run again by McCaffrey. And he gets him around 6 there. Brought down by Trey Hendrickson. A solid gain of 6 there. It's going to be 3rd and just a yard.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
3rd and a lone yard coming up.
Make them jump offside.
Looking to throw, Purdy. He isn't moving up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Mitch Wisnowski on the punt. And they could really use a good one here. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. And there was nobody down there to get it. Hunt hit at the 7, but continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Here come the Bengals to take over once again. The drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Burrow setting the throw. It's Gesicki. He's got it. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Brought down by Fred Warner.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. From the gun, he gets around. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Talanoa Hufanga there to make the play. He gets a couple, and he'll bring up 3rd down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Tight end going in motion here. Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
They've got 1st down from the 31. Back now, pressure on its way. Someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Talanoa Hufanga makes the play. And the 49ers take over after forcing the first turnover of this ballgame. Wanted to hit his tight end there, but a defender anticipated it, got a hand on it, and it is picked up.
Yeah, I think this defenses today have figured it out. There's a lot of good tight ends, and they can be mismatch makers, so you better have an awareness and coverage of where those tight ends are. This defense did, and boy, what a big play to take that ball away.
Now the 49ers getting set to go on offense. And they're set up well inside of enemy territory. They've got a short field after that pick. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34.
are scoring on this gun. I feel it.
McCaffrey in between the tackles. And this is down across the 30 before it stopped. Tackle made by the rookie from Wisconsin.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you get runs of that length. It may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
From the 29. Bails out. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
That is now the 5th sack this offense has had to endure in the first half alone. We're at a double-digit pace here. And I'll tell you what, I know how these defensive coordinators work. They can feel the blood in the water. They are not going to stop getting after this quarterback until this offense can find a way to protect itself.
Let's see what they went with on third down. We send a man in motion. Third and long, Purdy. Chased out to his right. Oh, he's going to run for it.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm. Especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it. Able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
Fourth down now, and on comes Jake Moody for the 49ers field goal. This is a 50-yard look from the right hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll push their lead to 4.
The wind was at a sails, Kate, and it certainly helped that football fly true and right down the middle. And from that distance, to hit with that accuracy is one impressive shot.
Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Brings in the kick at the 9. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. So now here comes the Bengals on offense. And coming off the interception, a good chance to reestablish some momentum as they get set. First and 10 now from the 30.
No score here.
Looking to throw here. Shake off that previous team. Has a man. It's Brown. He's forward. Gets a couple of yards. Knocked down by Fred Warner.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how. I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, it's going to make you pay.
8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this second down. With a shotgun ball. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Couldn't find Jamar Chase on that throw. That's going to leave him with a tough third and long. They were looking for him again, Brock, and for a moment, we thought he had another catch, but then that contact knocked the football from his hands.
Kind of become a victim of his own early success. Not too different, Kate, than a pass rusher that gets a sack. What happens gets sloppy on the chip to him. You get a receiver that gets it going like this, you know more contact and more focus is coming his way.
And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as a QB. And it gave him just enough room to run.
So out now comes the punter. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And he sends it up amongst the flurries of snow. He calls for the fair catch and has it at the 22-yard line. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And it'll be their football. Now out comes the San Francisco offense. And they'll have a little momentum as they take the field here after their kicker drilled a deep one to end their last drive with points. and set, 1st and 10. They put a receiver in motion right. He's running down with McCaffrey. And he's going to manage a low yard on that drive up the gut. Mike Hilton getting up there for the tackle. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
They stick with McCaffrey. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Call it 1 yard there. So consecutive 1-yard runs brings up 3rd and 8. So it's the 2-minute warning here from the home of the faithful. The 49ers trying to make some noise before halftime. Extra DB out there for the Bengals. 3rd down coming. He has the first running back. Takes one defender. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Give him 24 on that play. That's a 49er first down. Start downhill into Bengals territory.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
From the 48. That's taken in by Samuel. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
First and 10 from the 41.
Yeah! Run that ball downfield, son! Come on, man!
The throw again. It's Purdy. We'll get this complete to Jennings. And he's going to be touched down about 3 yards shy of the marker.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 34. He's on the move. Standing up, and he's going to run. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. San Francisco has its 2nd timeout. And they start playing it all set up now, 1st and 10.
Let's get a few yards on this play. Defense is...
They kick the running back in motion. First down throw by Purdy. Throw finds Kittle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
That can be a hopeless feeling when you fire a curl route right into zone coverage perfectly like that. Unless that curl happens to be right next to where one of your guys is sitting, that pass can hum in there and there's nothing this defense can do.
Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. This one's caught. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. Just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense. And they could try for some points going into the break. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. Mooney knocks it through. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7. So we're halfway through this contest from Santa Clara, California. The hometown 49ers out in front. As we send things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando for the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports halftime report. We saw the former All-Pro Christian McCaffrey up to his old tricks in that first half. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break.
All right, thank you, Coach. And we are back and about set to begin the second half. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. This return starts at the 5. He's got a lane up past the 30. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. The 49ers heading back out on offense as we get another look at Brock Purdy. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
They got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Purdy setting up that play action. Completed, here's a McCaffrey. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Shotgun snap for Purdy. Skips the pocket. He'll make a big play on the ground. And he'll get it up to the 44.
Just not much to do right there, whether he wanted to run it or throw it. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win for this defense.
The 49ers are lined up in punt formation. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. And he locates the ball amid the flurries of snow to make the fair catch. We don't get a return out of that punt. And it'll be Bengals football. Cincinnati just about set for its next offensive possession. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Burrow back to throw. Working the sideline. Oh, he got it. Drug the feet. That's a catch.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. Finding room at the 30. Takes it to 1 stop. And he heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
Gosh, I love that creativity of the play call. Name of the game is putting the ball in the hands of your best, the playmakers, creating matchups for them to take advantage. And this time, not as a receiver, but as a runner. That is job well done.
1st and 10 now. Here's Burrow. Has him on a quick hitter. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates now as a receiver in the open field.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Burrow throwing out of the pistol. Running by Chase near the sideline. And he has it down to the 30 before going out. A strike for 23 yards. And it'll be first down, Bengals.
That's a pro's pro right there. That is one heck of an experienced catch. He made sure to secure the ball, but he also knew exactly where the sideline was to get both feet down.
First and 10 now from the 30. Burrow out of the shotgun. His target is Higgins. And he's stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. I picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. To throw again. It's Burrow. Complete. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Look up contested catch in the football dictionary, and you'll see that. I mean, I can't critique the defense. They're in the hip pocket of that tight end. But these contested catches, these tight ends that can separate with their hands, utilize their body, even when you're covered, you're not.
First down, nowhere to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
They motion the slot man right. Brown on the inside give. And he's able to rip off a chunk of red zone yardage to the 10. 70 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
They send the tight end in motion. 3rd and short, it's Burrow. First down, he's still going. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Burrow. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals start the second half with some needed points. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
McPherson at the point after. Snowy weather, no problem for him on that point after. And the Bengals bring it back to even. Here's McPherson on the handle and kickoff. Samuel now to return it. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The San Francisco offense headed out to take over. It's all squared up again following that touchdown, partner, so some added importance on this series. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They bring their tight end left. Purdy throwing here on first. He's on the move. He's stepping up and takes off with this one. Levi's little blitz coverage was sliding down there. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide to practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Purdy on first down. By Jennings. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Purdy throwing here. It's on the end. And they make the tackle at the 8-11. And it brings up a San Francisco first down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in-cut and make the catch.
And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
As a corner in this league, well, you can go to the Pro Bowl if you can cover. If you want to be an All-Pro, you stick someone like that.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. McCaffrey. And there's really nowhere to go there. Just a small push to the 37. Only a yard on the play. An improvement on their last one, but that brings up 3rd and 9.
These are the kind of runs, Kate, that just soften up a defense. Keep working on them. Keep working on them. And eventually you're going to break one of those counters for even bigger yardage.
3rd down, Purdy. Escapes the pocket. He's running for it. They bring him down after the player reaches the 26. It's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it could suck the wind out of that defense.
Gun is Purdy. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. So just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. They'll send their tight end right. McCaffrey on 3rd down. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. Season trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. They'll come up 1st and 10. They've got a man in motion.
Get a touchdown.
Going to the ground again on first. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Play action now with Purdy. Flushed out of the pocket. And He's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
It's one of those situations, not much to be had there, no matter what he did with the ball. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win and a confidence builder for this defense.
3rd down, 1 yard to go.
Baby, get 6.
Short, McCaffrey goes up and over for the touchdown. The 49ers take a 3rd quarter lead. Christian McCaffrey to touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with 1 end zone trip in a game. Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you instantly think of another. And the question if you are able to actually deliver on it.
That one splits the uprights. And the 49ers break that tie and now lead by 7. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Return coming from the 6. This return makes it up to the 25. The Bengals and Joe Burrow all set to take over. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns. Good amount of yards, too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can. Putting together quite the game for himself in the process. Ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now Burrow. He's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage. And that really did help force the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Just gets back to the line of scrimmage.
I gotta be honest, it hurts a little extra when it comes on 3rd down, but it really doesn't matter what down it is. If a completed pass is stopped at the line of scrimmage offensively, that's a failure. Defensively, that's a success.
Punting minute out now. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. The 49ers ready for their next series. Led out on offense by their quarterback. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. The 49ers find themselves in a great spot to start this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. On the ground to begin the drive with McCaffrey. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Remain Pratt with the play defensively. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain. Not a game-changing play by any means. But one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Here's 2nd and 5. It's intercepted. Jordan battle with the INT. And the Bengals get the football back inside the 45-yard line after the interception. He got in front of that one for the pick. Looked like that's the receiver it was designed to go to on that play, too.
Yeah, the QB just must have missed the lurky defender in coverage right there. That's where, as a QB, you've got to have the vision to not just see your route, but see those defenders in front of it. If you stare down your receivers in this league, turnovers follow.
The Cincinnati offense headed out now. They're going to start just inside of enemy territory following that pick. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Out of the shotgun. He's got time here. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. Not on the same page with his tight end. So that's second down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and enter that play.
To his right, it's a screen. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
You'll hear defensive coaches all the time really ask their players to pull the trigger. Read, react, diagnose, and when you see it, go fire away. And that's exactly what the defense does to take away that screen.
Third down, here's Burrow. That's complete, here's Brown. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
It'd be kind of fun, Kate, to be able to measure these coordinators' blood pressure and temperature. Because the third down screams for negative yards. I promise you that coordinator's heated on the sidelines.
The Bengals send out the punting unit. And this looks like it got just inside the 20 as it flew out, and indeed it did. They're putting the ball at the 19-yard line. The 49ers headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And this defense, boy, just beyond frustrated this late in the game. How's a group supposed to deal with him as a passer, Brock, and dedicate the resources needed to slow down this type of day on the ground, too? And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Defense can't stop you. Put some points on the scoreboard.
Trying it inside to get him out with McCaffrey. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
Okay, the 2-yard run on 1st down, I think that keeps you ahead of schedule. You're going to have to pick up the pace.
8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this second down. Shotgun, hand off to McCaffrey. Still going at the 35. It's a gain of 22. And that's a 40-yard first down. Play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate. When you put the ball in the air, how many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long.
All right, offense. Keep pushing the ball down the field.
They'll motion him out of the backfield. Into the hands of Kittle. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
Hey, Kate, you know this from covering the Seahawks, calling their preseason game. When Pete Carroll was there, if he said it once, he said it 100 times. Stay on top, stay on top, stay on top. You'll give up a short little out route like that, but just stay on top of the deep threat.
Here he is on 3rd and long. 40-yard line before he stopped.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that being stopped short of the sticks.
Punt team on the field. And this is the 5th time he's been called upon today. And he'll get under this one and make the fair catch at the 19-yard line. So no return on that punt. And the Bengals are going to be backed up to begin this drive. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Target to his man Higgins. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Jarvarius Ward brings him down.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. There's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
2nd and 6 now. Get this one around. He's almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of this. The Amador Lenore there on the stop.
You know, kid, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Burrow out of the shotgun. Completes beyond the marker. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. It's a pickup of 11. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. And man, did he make an impact play.
They're set up at the 35 now. First down, Burrow to throw. Hands him over the middle. And he'll get it up to the 44. A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the 3rd quarter. It's Bengals football, and they know what they need to do, trailing here in the 4th. In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. Burrow setting up the play action. Higgins, the intended receiver. And what will they dial up on 3rd and short?
I'll tell you what, Kate, that's a really nice play in coverage. That linebacker looking like the quarterback on that play. Perhaps those cover guys can take some notes and stay in position, and most importantly, swat that pass away.
Gets it out quick, and it's caught. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
New set of downs for him from the 46. The 1st down. Here's Burrow. Into the hands of Gesicki. Complete. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
2nd and 6 coming up here. To throw again, it's Burrow. Higgins makes the catch. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. First and 10 now. Here's Burrow. Looking out wide as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Trying to find his tight end. And that'll bring up second down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last second attempt to get rid of it.
Chase coming in motion right. Now shotgun hand up to Brown. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Hey, range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Called that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
Defense looking to defend a marker on third down. Running back sent in motion left. Missed that one, and he knew it. Put it behind his guy, and now it's fourth down.
You know, that's an example right there where you just simply got to be on the same page with each other and get both ends of the play right to execute. They want that one back.
They'll bring out the punter here. And this is going to put him up to 6 punts today. And he sends it up amongst the flurries of snow. And they were giving him no chance to return this one. It soars over the sideline deep in enemy territory. Looks like right around the 8. The home teams are headed back out on offense as we get a look at Christian McCaffrey. They get that big old marker out, cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Jennings coming in motion right. And he gets this one up to the 10-yard line. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be second and 8.
Well, that's a tough one because you could see the beginnings of what looked like an explosive play. Let's give some credit here, Kate, to the defense. A great job to bottle them up before it came to fruition.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's brought down. They're spotting this one. Nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
He brings the offense up now for a first and 10. Brady gets this from the pistol. Lions kill. And he'll get it up to the 27.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got second and 4. The throw again. It's Purdy. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be marked down a yard shy in that marker.
This defense didn't give up contain there, Kate. That was an instance where the more exciting plays were taken away downfield. And even looking to the tight end wasn't going to net them much.
Third and a lone yard coming up. Man in motion here. From the gun, McCaffrey. And he could not get there. They stop him right at the line. Stopped for no gain on the play, and that'll bring up 4th and 2.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Their punter making his way out now. It'll be Mitch Wisnowski doing the honors. Signals for the fair catch, and he's got it at the 27. No return on that punt. And it's going to be their football coming up. Their offense running back out now. And this certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late. works out with a 1st and 10.
When Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s. Versus man on the drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give the quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
Well, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Now the shotgun, Burrow. Man, it's Gesicki. And he's able to get it past midfield and down on the 49er side. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 48. For his team. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And it'll be 1st down, Bengals.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle, they showed how great a deep out is. It's a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
Completes this one to Chase. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. A good pickup. They've got 2nd and 4. Play action now. Burrow. Go back to it again if it's working. Complete. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals now trail by just a point in the 4th. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
So a chance to tie it up again here in the 4th. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the 4th. On to handle the kickoff. Starting from the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. That count runs their offense. And their last drive, not the one they want to replicate after they were forced to punt it away. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Purdy. Kittle brings it in. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Completions they rely on in their passing game.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Samuel comes in motion left. On first and 10, it's McCaffrey. And he's going to be blocked down at the 42. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
Play action now with Purdy. It's complete to Kittle on the sideline. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. And this throw, this is a big boy throw. It's a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? That was teaching tape right there.
And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line.
You know, I've learned over the years, defensively, they call that the camera club. How many different guys can get rallying to the football? So that last shot you see on camera, you see as many defenders keeping that to a 0-yard gain. That's well done defensively.
2nd and 10 now. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
It's always nice to see teams still employ a fullback. I love rewarding a big guy with some touches during a game. They earn those looks. That was a well-run route, and he showed some soft hands to bring it in.
And the Bengals bring it out a 5th DB. They're in the nickel, 3rd down. Now Purdy. Complete. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line.
Pursue, pursue, pursue. It's why they do these drills all the time, Kate. You do it through the offseason, you do it through training camp, you do them in the regular season. Because when a defense plays with tremendous pursuit, you force 4th downs, just as they did.
They'll send out the punting unit. And he sends it up amongst the flurries of snow. So this one carries all the way to the sideline and out. No chance to make a play on that, and they'll take over at the 16-yard line. The Bengals are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. And now it's 2nd down.
As a defense, you got to see the pass. You got to time up your hit, and you got to jar that ball loose. Not a lot of offensive players are hanging on to that one through a well-placed hit.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. And he's going to be touched down a yard shy of that marker.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes are reading you like a book.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. He's got it on the boot back. Tails out of the pocket quick. Oh, look at this, here he goes. And he slides down with enough to pick up that 1st. Pick up a 5 on that play. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the 1st down.
I believe in you, D. I believe in you. Quarterback, D.
Setting up the play action. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That one goes for 31 yards and a 1st down when all is said and done.
I I love this, Kate. No issues at all going to this receiver in the short field because they know at any time when this man touches the ball, it can transform a short completion into a big play.
Big play gets him across midfield, sets him up 1st and 10 from the 40. Motioning the tight end left. From the gun, they get to Brown. In the middle holds, they don't get anything on the run. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10. We need to get some positive yardage here. Going now, off play action. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. T. Higgins, the intended receiver. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Making it harder than it needs to be right there. Just get the catch first. Guarantee some yards. And then worry about escaping the defenders and getting upfield.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. They'll empty the backfield and motion him right. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Couldn't find Jamar Chase on that throw. And that brings up 4th and long.
You know, the goal on a lot of these short throws is to simply let the receiver create some yards after the catch. That yak. I think he was thinking about the yak before he actually secured the catch.
Hunter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. Now this one, not much of a chance of it staying in the field of play. They'll mark it out at the 13-yard line. The home teams back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And I think we can agree the plan to keep him out of the end zone, it hasn't quite worked so well for this defense, at least not yet. He scored twice, really been the one his group can turn to for a spark or a big play when they've needed it.
Go, baby, let's go!
They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Get 6, baby! Get 6!
Purdy setting up that play action. Into the hands of Kittle. And he's able to get it to the 21 as he goes down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
On 2nd down, here's McCaffrey. Room to work at the 35. And he's finally taken down at the 39-yard line. Give him roughly 40 on the play. And it brings up the San Francisco 1st down. Putting a receiver in motion.
Shake him out!
1st down, and they go right back to it. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in the phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
We've reached the 2-minute warning in Santa Clara. 49ers with a little more work to do to win it here. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Now it's Purdy. And they make the stop. We're going to say at about the 37-yard line.
Kid, I was on the field, the young high school quarterback, just last week, and I told him one of the greatest attributes a quarterback can have is courage. And it takes courage to sit in that pocket that long, let a play develop, and let that receiver work all the way from one side of the field to the other, and give him a chance to make a play.
McCaffrey running between the tackles. And they bring him down around the 34. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first, as they'll get together and discuss with fourth down coming up. Jake Moody now in a high-pressure spot. It'll be 51 yards from the left hash. It has enough leg, and it's good from deep. And late in the fourth, they have grabbed the lead.
That's called getting his job done, Kate, drilling it right through. And now they're in position to win this game. Now it's on some of those guys who are out there with them on the kick, those defenders, to hang on to this lead to give them the win.
Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Has this at the 6. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. This offense and their quarterback making their way back out there, ready to take over once again. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. He'll look to throw it. That's Gesicki. He's got it. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Bengals have to move here. Clock's running as they hustle the line. We send a man in motion. Setting up to pass. In the hands of Gesicki. Complete. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Looking to throw it on the foot. Forced out to his right. He's going to run for it. And he'll go down, and I'll say right at the 39-yard line. To the line for a new set of downs. Only a lone timeout at their disposal. Here he is to throw. Gets the feet in. That's a catch. Second down now. 7 to go. Decent gain before being brought down. Bengals have to move here. Clock's running as they hustle to the line. Here he is to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows and the throwing lanes aren't there long. And it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.